I think it's pretty safe to say that 2023 was a pretty big year for Mario Kart. I mean, it's what got me back into it personally. You had waves 4 to 6, you had YouTubers like Shortcat, JPG, even Troy, who's already big, but they've all had a pretty big year thanks to 2023 with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And so I think it's fair enough to have a look back at some of the world records from wave 4 to 6, which came out this year, and just have a look at the tracks, look at the world records, see why it's been such a big year for Mario Kart. Anyway, let's get into it. So our first world record we have here is by Panda, who I'm told holds a lot of the records and is Australian. And also stay hydrated. I got this big Nike chug jug, so make sure you're staying hydrated. But yeah, anyway, it's crazy to see how refined Mario Kart is when it comes to time trialing. Like, I would say it's one of the games where like people get it down so perfectly, like where there's almost zero mistakes. A lot of like speed runs and other things you see time trialed, because it's like it's not as short, I would say, as a Mario Kart track. There's room for more errors, whereas this is pretty much, you have a bunch of people, like look at that, cutting through. I didn't even know that was a shortcut, to be honest. And yeah, it's so crazy to see how close they get to the edge without touching it. And look at that, I barely, a minute and a half, done. Next up we have Alberto, who I'm told is also a god amongst men. And for that last track, I had to go back and check if it was 150cc. I thought it was 200. That's how fast these guys are going. Now, Riverside Park, it's a pretty fun track with items, but for time trialing, it's a pretty straightforward track. It's super short, not many shortcuts, but like look at that, like so close to the edge, saving milliseconds, but those milliseconds add up. Like this part here is just crazy. He gets it so tight, even getting the ultra mini turbo and then maintaining, like staying to the edge. Looking at it, it doesn't look too hard, but from my experience with the very little time trialing I've done, it's not easy. When you get that mini turbo, it's hard to keep control of your vehicle. So to pull something off like this just takes a lot of skill and effort. And there we go. Somehow almost as long as the Amsterdam track. Now this one's held by a Japanese player I'm not too sure I know about. Another thing, this is probably the first interesting one that we'll see. Most time trials you'll just see Biddy Buggy or Mr. Scooty, things like that with Yoshi. Whereas here we have the Clown Cart and Ancient Ties, or I think that's what they are. You'll have certain tracks like this where you have like off-roads or weird mini turbos where certain combos are just better than the meta. And that, just landing on that boost panel, I'm sure they're gonna do it every single time. And this part as well, managing to stay up on the rail is crazy. Getting the low tricks going on the side. It's all these little things. Yep, oh that's satisfying. Just landing, narrowly missing that Shy Guy, oh my gosh. Sure his heart would have been racing there. Just inching out that orange mini turbo. That's another thing I see in the world records, is like places where you normally get like a blue mini turbo, they'll just somehow find a way to space out that orange, or if you get in the orange, they'll find a way to space out the purple. Now on lap 2, they only did 2 low tricks instead of the 3, so and doing that one a bit differently, maybe because of the 10 coins. Maybe if you could let me know in the comments why that's the first one where we see a bit of a difference between lap 2 and 3. All right, here we have another record by Alberto. So that's 2 records for Alberto. And I'm expecting to see a lot of motion gliding here. We've got the Streetle. I think that's for the underwater sections. Like, although there's only one, so maybe that's all they need. I'm not sure. There we go. Use the motion gliding. And landing on the cloud to get the trick without the glider. Normally I trick with the glider, so obviously going to be hitting the flying cloud every time. What's the name for it? I've played Yoshi's Woolly World, but I don't know the exact name for it. And just, oh my, even like riding the lip of the edge there, you saw it. Just keeping it so tight. It's so amazing how they managed to do it. And yeah, see, using that cloud maybe as like a, maybe you get like a bit of a boost by like jumping off it, it looks. It's interesting. Look at that, almost falling off the edge. And spacing out that orange mini turbo. They put themselves in awkward spaces, but the way they hop is so effective just to like reset their alignment. It's amazing. Oh, getting out of blue. Oh, because they've used 2 mushrooms on, I think it was the second lap. I wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to keep up with the driving. My brain can't keep up here. And drifting off the other way. I think it was going the other way on the first 2 laps, but there we go. And is this, I didn't see the time of Snowboard Cross, but I think that might have been the first, close to 2 minutes. Okay, now this one's held by Panda. So 2 for Panda, 2 for Alberto. Let's see who will have more by the end of the video. Let me know who you think will have the most. I think it might be, I'm gonna go for Panda. Look, I'm told he's Australian. Gotta back my boy. But look how fast they, like, to be fair, I haven't played this game in a long time. I've had quite the break. And this one's going to be interesting because there's so many alternate paths. So I need to see this to know where to go. I think time trials as well, like world records for 1 lap tracks, are quite more difficult because you don't get as much experience. And look at that motion gliding. Oh my gosh. Landing in this grass section I didn't know you could do. But yeah, you don't get as much practice on each lap because you only go through it once. Alright, let's see how he does this corner. Oh my. Oh my. Looked like he was going to hit it every time. Super bouncing, obviously. Getting out 2 super bounces there. I'm lucky if I get the 1. And there we go. I didn't even know it was over. I didn't even know it was over. Now we have a Norwegian player named Pi on just the classic Yoshi Bitty Buggy. Oh, drifting the opposite way. I've never seen anyone do that. That's interesting. Let's see, not using that shortcut. I wonder if he's going to use multiple mushrooms on the lap. I know, it looks like, oh, that is a good shortcut. There are quite a few good shortcuts on this track, so it'll be good to know which one's the most effective. 1 mushroom. There we go again, look at that. That must be pretty difficult as well because of the unevenness of the ground. I feel like it could send you flying off in any direction. Speaking from experience. And notice he's using the rail guards really well just to cut the track a bit shorter. Even like having some wheels on the grass, because I feel like it doesn't, yeah, look at that. Just using that little bit of rail just to save those milliseconds. Just those milliseconds. And look at that. So clean. Getting the mini turbo trick as well. That one, that last bit felt slow, but apart from that, it's just flawless. All right, now this one is another Japanese player. I'm not sure I know the name of. And once again, Yoshi, Bitty Buggy, mini Azure rollers, just the mini rollers. And I'm excited to see this. I can't lie, I kind of suck at Waluigi Stadium. I'm gonna be honest. Oh my, what? What? Now, what? Sorry, I said what like 15 times there. But what? He like nips like the guard with the back of his car to push him forward into the rail, like the booster rail. Is that, am I saying it correctly? I want to see that again. Getting tricks on everything. So it's interesting to see, except for the last one. And we're just bursting through that patch. So here. No, he just like flies. Although the first lap he did better, he and used that momentum to like continuously go along the booster rail. That was crazy. That is interesting to see, using the trick on all three of those. I would not think was that much faster. Oh, look at the... And yeah, this is definitely like... Look at that, using the momentum to just push him forward. This has definitely impressed me the most. And then getting the trick on the last bit. I love this one. This is crazy. Maybe because I'm just terrible at it and it just makes it more impressive, but... Wow, well done. Now for this one, and now we're seeing a bit of the teddy buggy. Maybe because it's a longer track and you get the coins early, you need a bit more speed than acceleration. And look at them snaking. Oh, hitting the wall there. But for this one, Alberto's just been beaten. Alberto was second. And they were the only two players to break 156. They're both in 155. And also this track visually is one of my favorites. It's just, even the music for it, like the artwork for this one is just so good. And getting out the pink mini turbo there, love to see it. And it looks like we're seeing a lot of snaking on this track. And that just, oh, it's so flawless. And bumping, he just bumped off the wall to like set up his alignment to drift around the thing on the out. That is so good. These players get so creative, man. I like, how do you even like work that out? Oh, going on the inside, but going on the outside for that one. Okay, interesting. And a lot of motion gliding in this one as well, obviously. Ooh, landing. Okay. I'm sorry, this is going a bit too fast for me to keep up, but a lot of things I haven't really seen before. So, obviously, like, getting trick must give you too much airtime. Once again, getting that bump to align himself on the right side. Using the Mars Mushroom here. And there you go. Here we go. Once again, representing the Aussies, we have Panda on what I believe is one of the most technically difficult tracks in the game. I haven't played Wave 6 yet, so I don't know what, like, Wii Rainbow Road and that are like, but this one, I would have to say, is one of, if not the most difficult tracks technically. Oh, look at that landing. Look at that landing. Smooth as silk. And this part, I think I know. They like land in that, like this part here. And do they use a mushroom yet? I knew that. Again, the trick there. Was it a mini turbo trick? I couldn't really see. Just keeping close to the edge here. Gets a trick there. What a low trick. Look at that. I was not thinking he was going to get a trick there. Landing on the wall. Oh, landing on the wall there just to cut it off a decent amount. And the double trick here. Yep, I knew that one. Mini turbo trick. Mini turbo trick. Or was it? I don't think that last one was. Just going on the boost panels. And then, yeah. Mini turbo trick. And somehow getting a trick there. Somehow. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, this one's by Army, who I think is a well-known player as well. I'm not too sure. I'm not big on the competitive scene. However, Alberto got second once again. Unfortunate. That's like 2 or 3 tracks now. And I think it's only fitting that we have Daisy on Daisy Cruiser. Good to see they're not using Yoshi once again. And this one's pretty straightforward, just avoiding the tables and chairs in the restaurant. I don't know what you call it. And I think this part here is most complicating, knowing how to mini turbo and then getting the mini turbo trick here into that trick. I think that part's probably the hardest, and apart from that, it's just minimizing how like long your lines are. That's the word escaped me, lines. But yeah, just cutting the corners really tight, using the mushroom there to preserve the mini turbo and get the aligning right. One thing I've learnt from time trialing is how important aligning yourself is. Because if you don't have a good alignment, you don't have good lines. See, it's in the word. It's in the word. But yeah, this is a quick, pretty straightforward one. Oh, that was... Oh! That looked pretty awkward. But this is the world record, so that's... guessing that's how it's supposed to be done. And... yeah, there we go. That's Daisy Cruiser. And here we have Alberto once again getting his first place, and I just love this combo. You've got the mat with the cyber slicks and what's it called? Something circuit? Forget the car. Yeah, I know a lot about Moonview Highway and its crazy time trialing scene. All about speed, because you can't really mini turbo here. Not that it matters because you have all these boost panels, so it's all about speed. Okay, using the mushroom there. That's interesting. So he doesn't get too much air time. I can see how that works. He sort of like shoots himself forward rather than up. I mean, once again, this is pretty straightforward. However, it definitely looks easier. Wait, what's the word? Sorry, I haven't eaten much today. My brain isn't fully functioning. It's harder than it looks, because controlling this car, I've tried it, it's not easy. It is not easy. And see, just hitting the corner of the boost pad. Just hitting that corner every time. Just so we can stay as close to the fastest line as possible. Running into the truck at the end as well, love to see it. And here we once again have Panda. Just the Alberto and Panda show. Obviously with the Streetle, there's a lot of underwater in this track. And I'm excited to see this one because it is a bit of an awkward track, very open spaced. And then the one spot here, which isn't open spaced. You've got the... okay, he doesn't... I thought you were supposed to do some off-road shortcut. Maybe we'll see that in the next few laps. Using the mushroom through this, pretty basic, bumping the wall, but I think that's how it's supposed to be done anyway. Using a mushroom here as well, I was expecting that because that's such a big shortcut. And he doesn't get the trick on the little thing. I always go low and get a low trick, but obviously that's not the fastest way. This is all pretty standard stuff. Just using that water. You can like, no matter like which way you're drifting, you can float. There we go. There's the off-road shortcut that I was coming. Oh man, I can't even talk. He's doing things too fast for me to like talk about. I think we just need to watch and enjoy it. And using that motion gliding, I think is just crazy how they can go off so far and just pull themselves back in. Like they go so far off the edge just to pull themselves back in. Getting 2 or 3 low chicks that I couldn't keep count. And yeah, let's see this shortcut again, because it's actually crazy. So again, the pink mini turbo there, or purple. And are you using the ring or that nail? I think they're bouncing off the ring, but I'm not too sure. Not letting the fan push them whatsoever. Getting a low trick here. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. And now for LA Laps, we've got another Japanese player. Let's see how this goes. I'm not too sure how to race this one. I know they have the giant shortcut at the start. Oh, using a mushroom there. That's not the one I was talking about. Okay. Going on the outside there. This is the one I know about. There we go. So 2 mushrooms before, like, even the second lap. And, like, halfway through the first lap, might I add. Oh, jumping over the dirt there. I did not know about that. That was pretty cool. So far, the Waluigi one, Waluigi Stadium, still impressed me the most. I'm guessing this is where they use the mushroom. And then do they ride the rail here? Yep. Jumping off the grass. Just snaking to the finish. Pretty basic. Still impressive, obviously, but yeah. And here we have another Australian player, this time not Panda, a man named Byron. Sunset Wilds, probably one of the most disappointing tracks, I'd have to say. Having a Sunset Wilds where the sun doesn't set. I mean, just call it Wilds at this point. Anyway, enough of my complaining. Let's get into this and see what this man Byron does. I mean, it's a simple track, not much to it. It is difficult, I would have to say, but there's like nothing impressive. And yeah, this is a simple track. I mean, there's not much to it. And there you have it, Sunset Wilds. Well done, Byron. And here we go, Alberto once again. And I think they use the mushroom here. Yeah. Cooper Cape, I thought would be impressive, but like looking at it, without the like zappies in here, pretty of a basic track, to be honest. Obviously getting the drift here, orange mini turbo through the water, standard stuff. Now this replay is reminding me of, there's like people now who's trying to like time trial themselves doing a track backwards. This track is possible going backwards. I don't know how they do it, but this track is possible going backwards. Alright, this is just a back and forth at this point. Panda on Vancouver Velocity, Vancouver. We're in Canada, and using a mushroom off the start, I'm pretty sure that's pretty popular when it comes to tour tracks. Just because there isn't like many shortcuts to use a mushroom. Going up on the rail here. Oh, you can trick off that. I did not know that, I'm going to be completely honest. Using this shortcut, and then I think I might know where the last shortcut is. I think it's in a sneaky spot. Oh, I know it's here, isn't it? It's still sneaky, no? Okay, I don't know where it is. Or is it here? Yeah, it's here, sorry. And then there's like another one you can do somewhere. I'm not too familiar with this track, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I always struggle with the ice section there. Just making it look so easy and simple. And that right there was the worst shortcut. Never take that. Never take that shortcut. The like little fire hydrant one, useless. Just staying on the guardrail. Getting that pink mini turbo. Here, that's where the last shortcut is. And coming up to the finish here. There you go. On to wave 6. Now this is where it's going to get interesting because I haven't played, let alone seen much of any like the wave 6 tracks. The only familiarity I'll have with it is, man, that was a hard word to get out. Tracks that I've already played, like DK Mountain, Wii Rainbow Road. I have played Rosalina's Ice World. I think that's it that I've played. But yeah, here we go. So this is just a tour track. Rome Avanti. Ooh, that shortcut's nice. Tricking off a mole. Okay. That shortcut didn't look too useful, but obviously... Okay, I'm looking at this. This track looks mad confusing. I'm definitely going to struggle with this when I get back to playing. And that shortcut again. That shortcut's crazy. Ooh, getting that motion gliding, just narrowly dodging the buildings. Shroomless. And there we go. That's Rome Avanti. Here we go. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's see how this goes. I know that the shortcut is in the game, but it's a lot more awkward. And if you didn't see that, he just used the mushroom off the start. Obviously, you have eyes, so you saw it. I'm just waffling. Anyway, let's see this. How does he do this thing? So not tricking there. Tricking there. Going up on the... What? You can do that? Oh my. Okay. Wonder how hard that is. Brake drifting. Using a lot of brake drifting here. It's not too common in world records because you want to maintain your speed as much as you can, and they have the skill to not need to brake drift, but obviously that corner is so tight. And I wonder if they use motion gliding for tracks with only a cannon section, like this one. And okay, that was clean. Just sort of glide. Look at that! You can cut off so much of the track. Alright, well, I'm learning something new here. Brake drifting through the grass? I don't even think you brake drift there. I think you just use the grass to... Wow. Okay, so getting 2 oranges there. And I love this. Look at that, just getting that pink mini turbo to just sort of fly. Just hover above the ground. I love that. Brake drifting. Just a lot of brake drifting. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he almost fell off there. But there you have it, DK Mountain. Pretty cool. I think Waluigi Stadium's still my favorite though. And here we have what is a pretty standard track of Mario Kart Wii, so I'm not expecting too much. I am interested to see, alright, snaking off the bat, to see if they use the shortcut here. Yeah, okay. That's all I wanted to know, if it was... Oh, look at, they come like out of the track. Okay, that's pretty cool. But apart from that, I think this is pretty standard. I have a trick right there. Some boost panels here. Just using the first one, then keeping inside. I mean, I'd expect that. And just staying up on it. Yeah, it's just pretty much like... It's actually very similar to how you would race on Mario Kart Wii. But yeah, anyway, pretty basic as expected. Daisy Circuit isn't much of a time trialing track. Anyway, well done. I think it was Vincent. Panda just got second, but well done. Alright, I'm gonna guess before I watch this that it's in the Streetle. Because this is a water track. Am I right? Yes, I am right. Seems like this is Panda. It seems like he has all the Streetle world records, which is cool to see. But I'm interested to see this track. From what I've seen of it, it looks pretty cool. The color scheming is a bit dull, but it is a nighttime water track. So, what was that? I think this is like a one-lap track, so we won't be able to see that again. But it seemed like he came off like a plant of some sort. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Although I think he tricked off it, so maybe. Oh my! What? What? Okay, this one's crazy. This one is crazy. I'm leaning forward. What is this? Hello. Getting big blue vibes from this. I'd love to see that in 200cc. See what that's like. Cutting off more of the track. Look at this. I love it. Just barely even using the track. Oh, using the side there for a trick. That's pretty neat. Final lap. Alright, just off-road shortcut there. I thought he was going to do it shroomless for a second, but he just delayed the mushroom. No mini trick, or low trick, sorry, I should say. Final mushroom use there. I swear he used a lot more than 3 mushrooms, it felt like. Inching out that purple mini turbo, love to see it. And shroomless to end it off. Alright, this track's my favorite. This track was my favorite. And here we have Alberto saying, this is my home ground. This is Spain. This is my world record. Here we have Madrid Drive. And I haven't been to Madrid. I've been to Barcelona. So I can't really tell you how accurate. I mean, we saw Wiggler Gang. Subscribe for Wiggler Gang. Ooh, that trick was like done early to like not get as much air. Does he do it here? No. Alright. It must have been just that one stair that had it. Anyway, this track looks kind of tight. Like the roads aren't too big. Which Spain is like, to be fair. Geographically accurate. Markets. Ooh. Sort of going off the track there. It looks like Nintendo intended that, but still pretty cool to see. Some motion gliding. Getting a trick there. Coming in the off-road here. That was a lovely section. Final lap. Just a bunch of snaking. A lot of snaking on this track. Final shortcut here. Going to the football stadium. There we go. Madrid Drive. Pretty good. Alright, this is just becoming a back and forth. We have Alberto, then we have Panda, then we have Alberto, now we're back to Panda again on Rosalina's Ice World. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so I think I have seen where you can cut off that section, but it's like, it takes so much effort, it's like not worth the time. Going underwater, okay. I wonder if he just does that for lap 1 for the coins, or if he does that every time. We'll have to see. Going on the inside path, So the boost panel does not make you faster, ladies and gentlemen. And then this end shortcut here. Seems like he's just going to be taking that every lap. Just staying as close to the edge as possible. Not using the rail guards, okay. Oh, going underwater again. It's with the Streetle. So to be fair, using that extra water speed. Okay, now going around the outside. Maybe the inside was for points. I wasn't paying attention. So my bad, scratch it. Outside is faster. The boost panels are faster. This track was a bit disappointing, honestly. Just very standard. Very standard basic. I mean, can't complain though. We got 2 tracks left after this one, which I've both seen nothing about. And I'm so excited to see what the world records are like. But there we go. Panda, once again, taking down Rosalina Icewood. Oh, let me finish it. There we go. Alright, I've seen like almost nothing of this track. All I've seen is that it's pretty crazy. I've seen like people riding like wolves or something. We have a Norwegian player whose name I can't pronounce. Yeah, alright. So a little shortcut there. These roads are very thin when they split. When the paths split, even just a normal road. Oh, hopping over the lava there. Okay. And there's 10 coins. How's that even a shortcut? It doesn't look like it saves any time. That little dirt path on the left. Ooh, look at that. Staying on like the railing. Alright, so this is a 3-lap track. I didn't know. I thought this might have been a 1-lap track. But this part here, hopping over the lava, love to see that. And yeah, tricking off the thwomps. Final lap. This one has gone by fast. I love that as well. This is just really nice to see. Ooh. Alright, so lava coming up there. So lava does come up. You do have to dodge it sometimes. Then jump over the lava. Love seeing that. Just so satisfying. Here we go. This track was over in a flash. And onto the most... Oh, driving off into the lava? What a finish. Unfortunately, we aren't ending on Panda or Alberto. I think it's a Japanese player, but obviously we've got the anti-gravity combo here. The classic Big Blue. As expected, this isn't... Nothing's impressed me so far. I mean, we're only 12 seconds in, but... Alright, did you just get like 5 coins off the bat like that? Okay. Calm down. And he's gonna trick... No, he uses the rail guard. Twice? And then that... I knew about that shortcut. That's pretty cool. Just halfway off the track, casually. Uses a mushroom there. Hey, what? What? He just didn't even... He said, nah, I'm cutting that part out. I don't need that part. What? I need to see that again. I'm getting both boost panels. Love to see it. Love to see this. Oh, I need to see the, like, spiral part again. I don't even know what to call it. I think it's a spiral. Look at that, going half off the track. This guy's toying with his life. Look at that, so clean. Hopping to get that extra height. And mushrooming here. Wonder if that's the line of right. Look at that. Cuts off so much. That must save so much time. It's great to see this track again, but I don't know. I feel like we have a bit too many Rainbow Roads. They're all starting to just look the same, feel the same. Yeah, this part's really clean. And that hop. And he has no mushroom for this part now. So yeah, I get. He'll just drive it normally, obviously. So he like hops and bonks. By the looks of it, it's a hop and bonk. He hops and it like throws it into it. But anyway, with that, that is all of the 2023 world records. Not really. 2023 track world records. From wave 4 to wave 6. Let me know down in the comments what was your favorite, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. It's gone dusty. I haven't recorded for so long. What the hell?